Now, the first part of this demo will be showing you how banks and payment service provider integrate with the Zapteller so that they can allow their clients to initiate and complete payments on WhatsApp and voice-enabled devices. Now, this the bank or PSP teller console, and the first setup is where the bank or PSP sets up the name of their agent. Then they link an approved WhatsApp number to our Facebook app, and then they generate a consumer secret. Now, this consumer secret will be used to encrypt all the communication between the AI teller agent and the bank's backend. They'll also have to specify an authorization method. The most common one is the WhatsApp push button, where after the user has requested a payment, the agent responds with a push button that contains the bank authorization URL and the transaction summary and details, all encrypted. Now, after choosing WhatsApp push button, they will have to set up the button templates, and they must provide the bank authorization URL hosted by the bank. Then they have to generate the templates in two languages for that particular country. In Kenya, we have the Swahili and English. In other countries, that will be different. Now, these have been generated and approved by Meta. Now, in the next part, we have documentations. Now, this is what the bank and PSP developers require to understand how Zapteller works and how to integrate everything is here. The next part, we have billing. And the first part of billing, this is what they pay Zapteller for the tokens. Tokens are the requests that the AI agent makes and completes. Now this one they pay to Zapteller, and it is very cheap, just 14,000 tokens. Then the other part of the billing, now this one is outside Zapteller. They have to save their OpenAI API keys here. Now these ones, they are billed from their OpenAI account. Now the last part, important part, is the certification. After testing, the bank or PSP service provider now downloads the contract and submits to us for approval so that their AI teller agent can go live and start interacting with the customers to initiate and complete transactions. In the next part of this demo, we are going to see how customers actually now interact with the AI teller that has been created by the bank to initiate and complete transactions. Let's now interact with the AI teller agent from WhatsApp, and I will want to make one of the most important request. That's a request to send money. I'll just say send 100 to Bulge at M-Pesa. We see how the agent will respond. Now the agent responds with a WhatsApp push button template that was set up in the AI teller console. You remember we were setting up the template in English and in other languages, and this template has got the bank authorization URL embedded here, and the transaction data has also been embedded here. Let's see. When clicked, we now see it now takes us to the bank hosted authorization URL, and as you can see, this is the URL that was used to build the template, and then we have the transaction data that has been URL encrypted. This encryption is done using the secret key that was generated in the teller console, and the bank uses that same key in their hosted application to encrypt the data that is contained in this part, to decrypt that data, sorry. And once the data is decrypted, it provides the transaction information, including the recipient, the sender, the initiator, and the amount and the channels, like and that information is used to construct this authorization interface, and the user now only has to enter the PIN, and the bank can process the transaction from the back end. Now there is a lot that the users can do here. Users can save contacts, can enable pinless payment for trusted contacts, can add their banks, and can do a lot of things. Now in the next video, I'm going to show you how now users can initiate payments using the same Zapteller services, but on voice enabled devices. Finally, I'm going to show you how merchant, the Zapteller merchant console or merchant dashboard, and this is the interface for merchants who want to take advantage of Zapteller's AI optimized in-store checkouts or online checkouts using direct bank transfer without the need for the users bringing their cards or using their cards. Now, in the merchant dashboard, the first thing that you see is where the merchant links their bank account, and this one already has a bank account linked, and they have linked a payment service provider for M-Pesa. They can link not all the banks, any bank that is in Kenya can have ABSA PLC. Then they'll have to enter the account name and the account number, and after they have done that, the system generates a payment address for that linked bank account. Like for this one, you can see is manifest at M-Pesa. That means the store name is called manifest, and then they have an address, a payment address at M-Pesa. So when the user comes to the store, instead of typing the bank account and opening an app and typing the bank account, they just go to WhatsApp like we did, I showed you in the other video, and type pay 500 or pay 400 to manifest at M-Pesa, and the AI agent will pull out the same authorization flow where the user will click and authorize a bank transfer using their PIN. That is for in-store payments. We also have a solution for online payments, and in that case, the user must set up some API credentials. And the first one is the store key, and then the consumer secret. These are used for those who are building online checkouts for bank transfer without necessarily requiring the use of a card. Then they will also have way to set up a webhook to receive payment success responses. I will now show you an example of of how Zaptela is used in web applications. Let me open this. Just a quick example of an online store, and we have this. Now this is a sample online store that is selling eco devices, and you can just buy now. If you want to pay with bank transfer, you first of all enter a street address, then you enter your WhatsApp number. Mine is 0720836249. Now this is the WhatsApp number that the user has used to register in the Zap network, and then you request a payment. When you request a payment, a notification will be sent to your WhatsApp to authorize the payment. As you can see, we already have a push button to authorize a payment of 16,000 to Jojo Bonyam. There is I'm the owner of the shop, and then you click just like we did the other time. Once you click it, you can authorize this bank transfer to this payment address. Yes, now that is basically how Zaptela works for merchants and makes in-store payments and online payments very easy. Thank you very much.